All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? NQ a little gap higher this morning. No NFP today. NFP was scheduled today, postponed due to the government shutdown. I believe we still have MCS. I think MCS is still on the schedule for this morning. MCS at 10. Yeah, MCS at 10 a.m. So let's take a look at NASDAQ here. I like to bring your attention to the daily time frame chart. So price has more or less tested kind of the lower boundaries of this intermediate term range. We're looking at about a 4 month range here, 4+ month range. We talked about this structure kind of breaking down, right? Right through there. That consolidation definitely broke down earlier this week. But as far as the larger sideways range currently in play, it's still holding. So intermediate term range is still definitely holding. Like we talked about yesterday, like we've been talking about all week. If price really started to flush these pivots right through here, that would look quite a bit more bearish for the intermediate term. It would be more likely that we would be looking at a much larger breakdown. If you take a look at the weekly chart, this becomes a little bit more clear, right? Just kind of looking at some of this recent action here. This is pretty tight, a lot of overlap. Weekly time frame barcode breaking lower, but still, at least for now, holding above some of these more prominent higher low pivots. So these are still going to be the major areas to watch. Let's say as far as the 25K breakdown, that was the level we outlined in the weekly candle. That's the Sunday newsletter. As far as that breakdown, the target for the most part has been hit. I mean, we haven't seen a true test of that November 17th week low right there, but price is in a decent spot for a potential bounce. We have last year's value area high right through here as well. I don't even know if you can see that line on the chart there. It's pretty faint, but there's a little kind of red, pinkish dotted line here. That's the volume profile value area high looking at the year. So that's last year, that's 2025. And that's going to be a pretty prominent reference point here as well. So for today, I'm going to be focused on whether or not buyers can actually show some continuation of this overnight move. The easiest reference point that we have is going to be prior day high right through here. It's pretty much been tested during the overnight sesh. And so prior day high is going to be the focus. Near term structure is obviously bearish. Right? That's pure bearish. No question about it. Big time bearish there. I would say that starts to shift if we see some action above 25,200, some acceptance above that area. My focus, as always, will be on tactical long opportunities as a long only trader. Some of the ideas I like for today are going to be any action above overnight high would definitely be interesting for overnight high 24,900 area for just maybe a quick push into prior day high, maybe a scalp there, and we'll see prior day high if it actually breaks. Now, if we don't even get up into that overnight high, I will be looking at this zone right through here, prior day low, as well as the 500 zone for potential spring, potential bounce in that area. So those are the two nearby zones that I'm focused on. And we'll see what this open is going to look like. We do have MCS at 10, right? So no rush this morning. No rush any morning for that matter. We just want to let that A plus opportunity come to us. We want to follow our rules, respect our process, stay patient. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Less is more, less is more. So, yeah, 1 minute till the open. And let's see. We do have some Fed speak ongoing currently. Fed's Bostic currently speaking. Okay, here comes the open. Ebanks, loving the content. Good to have you here, man. Thanks for tuning in. There's our open. Okay, so immediately opens lower. So let's see. I mean, this is all no man's land for me right here. I can't do anything. So let's just see. Critique looking at 693. 693. Oh, we're almost there. Price is almost there. Here's the 5 minute RTH chart. Price is just shy of prior day value area high. So we're just in the middle of yesterday's structure. We made some delightful coffee this morning. The espresso. And it's supposed to be 78 degrees in Dallas today. That's nice. That makes me happy. NASDAQ fresh lows. '23, Benny. Oh man, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. Too cold. NASDAQ, here's a push. We got a push. Okay. So watching overnight high. Overnight high on watch. 24,873 is the level on NASDAQ. That's a big move from 700, almost to the tick right there. I had no level there, so nothing for me to do with it. ES is up in a prior day high. Okay, here's overnight high for NASDAQ. So let's see how this area with 900 in close proximity is going to be treated. Dave caught the long already. Nice work, man. Heck yeah, on top of it. Volume's decent to start the day. So far, a little bit of a rejection there. Critique prior day point of control. I'd prior day point of control quite a bit lower, I thought. Yeah, 645. Opening 5-minute bars bullish. And NQ rolling over a little bit, following a little up thrust of the overnight high. Let's see, ES. ES still consolidating there near prior day high. Let's take a look at that ES really quick. Prior day high and last week's low right in this area for ES. Okay, good to know. Prior day volume point of control. For me, it's on the 5-minute, and I'm just using Trading View's default indicator there, like the built-in profile indicator on my 5-minute chart. There we go. Nice little push. So let's see if price can hold above 900. Like the little scalp right there above overnight high. And let's see if we have some juice in this thing. Juice it. That was a massive structure. So we just did three little micros, three baby micros, and scaled out quick. Now we just got the runner. We'll see if the little micro that could can give us a continuation or not. Critique really massive price moves. Yes, sir. Volatility's here. NQ just shy of prior day high now. Not quite actually. 960s prior day high. Currently trading about 910. So I'd want to see. Oh, you can't see my main chart. I'd want to see price hold above this kind of red zone here. We traded the little break above the overnight high with some structure right through there. More of an aggressive entry. And we'll see if we get acceptance above 900. I mean, so far, kind of holding above. So ride it with the trail. Remember that near-term backdrop is still bearish. Even with the bounce today, here comes the trail. Wow, if that actually held on to the tick, I'll be happy. Wow, wow, wow. See, they never help me like that. So shout out to the market gods for keeping me in right there. Mike trading breaks, more so leaning on that structure. You see that structure there? See that kind of 1 minute hammer just beneath overnight high? So the structure aligns nice with the overnight high. And price right back into my trail zone. So we did see a new high of day, but no follow through. Volume's not great. Won't be surprised to see this trailed now. There it is, trailed out. So a little scalp to start the morning. Talked about overnight high before the bell. Initially, you get a little look above, kind of an up thrust, and then a little kind of higher low, if you will, built out right there, 1 minute hammer. So I like that. Then we scale. I mean, this is still my resistance zone, so that's why I was saying it's an aggressive play. Let's see here. If you trade ES, you want to be watching that prior day high. Let's see how this opening 15-minute bar closes. Few minutes on it. E-Bank's a little 50-point move right there. Nice work, man. Have a great weekend. So NQ, we have a little bit of an intraday structure kind of building out here. Session volume point of control. Not going to grab the long again in this zone just yet. At this point, I would prefer action above 900 and ideally above the prior day high. So that little structure holds 850 area, 860. I do like those re-entry opportunities, but in less aggressive setups. Could have gone with the ES there at prior day high. That was a little bit cleaner. It's all good. ES is marking a fresh high on the sesh. Then if we quickly look at ES, that's what I like to see right there, like a just a perfect test of the prior day high to the tick. Holds. Fresh highs. Makes it easy. Makes it easy on you. So NQ new high of day. And now just shy of prior day high. 20 points shy of the prior day high. With the opening 15-minute bar closing quite bullish. Looks like I lost some data there on NQ. Let's reload this. I still got a big data gap right there. What the heck? Try it again. There we go. Okay, NASDAQ. Pretty much a test of the prior day high. Coming back into 900. So again, I like to see buyers showing acceptance above this red zone here. Can they do it? And don't forget MCS at 10 a.m. So we do have 10 a.m. data coming up. A little retest of the highs. Do we see a clean break of the prior day high? Not yet. Not yet. Above prior day high, be looking for 25K. I mean, that's not that far either. It's like a stone's throw away there. But that'll be the 000, always big psychological levels. How's the morning so far for everyone? 20 minutes into the day. And MCS in 10 minutes. Momentum kind of slowed a little bit beneath this prior day high. Volume kind of tapered down here. Whoa, something hit right there. Little liquidation. 50.15-second candle. Just just retest 900 right back into the highs. Pratik still cash, Mike Green, B-Link Green, solid. Solid, good start. ES is testing the monthly open at 69.02. Better volume in ES this morning comparatively. I really like this setup right here, the retest of prior day high. It's nice little layup opportunity in ES. Okay, here comes NASDAQ. Finally testing true test of prior day high at 24,960. So we'll see if another entry materializes on NASDAQ. I saw a bunch of posts last night and this morning on Twitter about Top Step sending out hedging emails and closing accounts. Did anyone have an account closed? Was anyone impacted by that? KTM, they closed 4 of your accounts. Man, painful. Pratik, they restricted sizes on metals. Yeah, I saw that. This is something else. They closed a bunch of accounts yesterday. It was all over Twitter. And then I also saw they raised prices for pretty much everything. Raised prices. There's a new payout method as well. I think it's like 3 days for a payout, 40% consistency. So apparently it was hedging. All the emails are about hedging. So if you had short in one account, long in another in the same product, they closed all your accounts. And I think a lot of it, based on what I was reading, was a glitch. People claiming they weren't hedged. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I didn't get the email personally, so my accounts are chilling. KTM, did you contact support? What's your game plan there? I'm curious. That's painful. Eligible for a payout, and then they hit you with the account closure, especially coming from Top Step. Man, they're kind of losing some of their credibility these past couple months. Jeez, waiting for their reply. Yeah, keep us posted. That's rough, man. That is rough. As a silver lining, though, as a bit of positivity, if you're able to make it to pay out in one account, you can do it in another. So you have the skill set, as frustrating as it is. Hopefully they'll correct it. I don't know what they're gonna do there. But you got the skill set. No one can take that from you. No one can take your skill set away. NASDAQ, 4 minutes till 10 a.m., 4 minutes till MCS. Price so far has just looked above prior day high, and then we have a bit of a larger rejection now. I'm not doing anything here. I'm waiting till 10 a.m. Got a couple scalps. I'm just hanging out, letting that next setup come to us. Pratik, more conviction to be trading only one side of the market? Yes, valid. It's valid. Really reading the fine print on props. Yeah, I think that one is more of a common rule. Like you can't be long in one account, short in another. But from what I understand, a lot of traders were saying they never did that. And so it's like, was it a glitch in their system that flagged a bunch of accounts incorrectly? I don't know. I don't know. One trader I was talking to in the think tank, the email he got said he was long in his XFA and then short in a combine. It's like, who cares about that? I mean, it's still, still counter trades, but it funded account and then a combine, like who cares? Who cares? And then it was from like early January. Like why not send the email right away? So I think something happened with their system. We'll see how that plays out into next week. But man, if this keeps up, Top Step may lose their number one spot, number two spot. I mean, I think they're definitely in the conversation for at least top three, even with all this. They're just so reputable, so big. But if they continue down this path, that may definitely change. So NQ right back into overnight high, this kind of 24,900 area. We got MCS here at 90 seconds. Let's see MCS and then make a decision from there based on where price goes. Trading view is having some issues. I'm not sure what is going on with these charts here. Like why am I losing segments of data? Below average volume on NASDAQ. Jacob, your charts are going crazy. Yeah. I don't know what's up. I don't know. Yeah, what is this? What like what is going on here? Flying blind. Flying blind. I at least have all this. Yeah, okay, that's there. Okay, there's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. So MCS is behind us. And price pretty much still right here. So let's see if it cracks this intraday structure. There's a big 5-minute exhaustion from prior day high. That's a nice 5-minute prior day high up thrust right there. YM is vertical this morning. Yeah, YM, big volume there. Is that all? I think, is that all-time highs for YM? I'm pretty sure it was close to almost. YM almost into all-time highs. Dave, you had a problem with a slippage and you only caught it by watching my charts on the stream? Wow, that's wild, man. That is wild right there. Let's see, reload this. Okay, I guess TradingView said no higher time frame charts for you today. What is this? I'm missing. All right, whatever. Can't do anything about it. Whatever. NASDAQ rolling over. Rolling over. So far we call that a prior day high up thrust. I would like to look at more higher time frames here, but of course, TradingView says not today. So this is all no man's land for me. At this point, I mean, if we see session lows, I'll be looking at prior day low per plan. Like I outlined before the bell, I need action above this area right through here. Oh, now now the stream is not updating. Oh man, this is okay. Let's try and fix this here. Um, okay. Okay, are we back? There it is. There it is. So, like I was saying before, the stream needed action above this area, and we captured what we could there with a couple of scalps. The other idea I'm watching is way down here in the prior day low. So we're gonna need a bit of patience here for at least probably the next 10, 15 minutes. I do want to see if ES holds the prior day high. It's retesting right now. Right now, just remembering these conditions. This is not my market. So no problem, just staying patient. That was a nice hold on ES. Didn't catch that, but a nice little bounce there from prior day high on ES. That just rolls right over ES. All right. It's getting more interesting here. Like to see more volume coming into NASDAQ. 5 minute RTH not even loading. Yeah, I'm having some serious issues with trading view charts here. There we go. That one's better. So that one's back. Let's see if the higher time frame. Nope. Almost a full retracement of this morning's rally. There's your 78% fib. It's that near-term bearish backdrop for you. Looks like others are having issues with TradingView as well on the higher time frame, so I'm not alone. It's like something every single day this week. When the volatility increases, things break. Things break. Things absolutely break. That volatility goes up. Get ready. It's going to break. D-Well, something not right with TV? Yeah. Yeah, look at this 30-minute chart, man. Tech just not able to keep up with price. Yep. I agree with that. Let's try a reload again. And nothing. 15-minute, maybe? Nope. Parts of your drawings change place. B-Link. Oh, man. Goodness. That's not fun at all. So NQ bouncing from VWAP and I think that was a 78% fib. We'll see how this overnight high 900 area is going to be treated. And like I was mentioning earlier, I like the action above that 900 area. If our daily is even loading. Okay, it looks like the daily loads properly. Right now, not much to do. Sitting patiently. Volume's a little lighter than I would like to see. ES had the man. I slept on that ES again at prior day high. ES at prior day high. Right there, prior day high, right there. Very nice. Any takers on that one? That was clean. I like that. Man, a rejection, pretty big rejection there from overnight high and the regular trading hours volume point of control. Critique price panning out as pre-market plan, but as always, execution conditions are not there. Well, it's good to see the plan working. That's always encouraging. It's another 40-point 15-second candle. I mean, look at the structure. It's 110 points. This might be an early one today. We'll see. Early Friday. In my higher time frame chart, clearly not working. Who knows when that's going to come back? NQ's in no man's land right now. I think we had, didn't Amazon report last night? Oh yeah, Amazon's much lower this morning. Did they miss? A little bit. Okay, NQ not too far off of the session low, which I believe is exactly at 700. Yeah, 701.25. Is YM still ripping? Yeah, YM. Beautiful trend morning so far here for any Dow traders. Bot is asleep. Nothing there on APT. For Teague, I want to see how this 30-minute closes, and if it breaks above 830 area again with an entry would be nice. 30 minutes, still have 12 minutes on that thing. Personally, I like action above this overnight high, above this pivot right through here. Ideally up above 900 even. ES is looking decent versus prior day high. Anyone trading ES? I know we have the occasional ES trader in the chat. Okay, NASDAQ retesting overnight high right here. Session volume point of control. See a break. Can we see a break? Let's see that break. Nicole is the ES trader. Yeah, I wonder if she grabbed that. There we go. There we go, NQ. Into 900. Okay. I'm interested once again in this location. Now we just need a better setup. Need a push above, then a retest. Push above and retest. There's the first test, rejecting again. With some good velocity there. We have news? Fresh noodles? Let's check the feeds. Or is that just your volatility now? Your regular old 60 point 15-second candle. Yeah, I don't see anything in the feeds. Okay. Took an L there per plan, Pratik. All good, man. On to the next. Job now is not to get heated, not to let those emotions flare up. And if they do, just shut it down, right? Close it out. There's a good uptick in volume right there on NASDAQ. Dom says resistance be resisting. Yes, sir. Matt, done for the day, 1 for 1, but green solid. Have a good time in Vermont. I think that was you that was saying that, right? Safe travels. Vermont. Have never been to Vermont myself. Speaking of travel, though, next week, no stream on Thursday or Friday. I'm going to be in Cabo enjoying some margaritas. And the market is closed that following Monday as well. So, be a short week next week for me. Look at ES versus the prior day high again. Come on. Jeez. Look at that. ES, man. I took a little sample earlier of that ES, some micros. And I've not traded ES in so long. It is not bad. But right now, just waiting for NASDAQ to give that next setup. I like some action above 900 with market structure based entry. Dom looking for a new low of day. Before you short again, that's probably a good call, Dom. Dom, did you get the Top Step hedging email? Hopefully not. What is that Top Step email about? So I didn't get it, but all over Twitter last night and this morning, and then even a couple posts in the Traders Think Tank community about hedging. So if you had one account that is long and another account that is short at the same time, that's hedging. It's a pretty common prop firm rule, but I don't know if they had a system glitch or they just started the enforcement or what, because it seems like hundreds of traders got emails yesterday about it and account closures as well, which is unfortunate. Let's see, is the 30-minute chart back yet? Can TradingView get it together? No, they can't. Okay, sweet. Noted. Noted. You didn't get one? All right, good. Good, good, good. Okay, there's your next 30-minute bar. Volume in NQ has just died. Manish never hedged. Good. Good, good, good. Dark to light. Done for the day. 1 for 1 on ES. Nice work. Have a great weekend. Dark to light, what'd you hit on ES? The prior day high? If you're still there, let me know if you hit that prior day high. Yeah, I like to keep my eye on ES. If NQ is not given the setup I want, I don't mind trading ES. It's just typically my focus is purely on NASDAQ. Tough to focus on two things at once with the level of focus that trading demands. Dom, you shorted prior day high on NASDAQ, the up thrust. That was probably one of the better trades of the morning. Dom, nice work. Is that part of the reason ES levels of interest are no longer posted? Yeah, I can't. I don't. What happened with the ES levels of interest in the notes is that there were a handful of days where I just did not have the time to update it, and then I realized that they were incorrect, and so I just scrapped it all together. But this was just a reference point trade on ES prior day high. PDH. NQ struggling to get above that 900. We're 1 hour in. I'm kind of tempted to just call it, to be honest. I'll keep watching this. Let's see. Let's see. We're in a good spot. We're in good trade location. Okay, a little look above. Look above that little 900, 900. King Caesar Capital and Mental Preservation Friday for me. Nice. It's always good. Heck yeah. You have ES coming into session highs, NQ. It's getting into priority high, 24,960. This may have been the entry right here. That may have been it. Oh, we're getting some of our candles back on the higher time frames on Trading View. That's nice. That Nasdaq volume is just not helping anything right now. Yeah, the volume's kind of really killing this for me. It's not even average. Maybe we call it a day. Yeah, it's looking like that time. Shutting it down, Dom. Nailed what you wanted to see. Well done. Nice week, sir. Well done. Well done. You trade from 9:30 to 10:30 mostly? I typically trade the first 90 minutes of the session. Tends to be my focus. Tends to be where I have the most edge. So yeah, I focus on that period typically. Right now, with volume below average, there's not a lot that I want to do here, even with price kind of in the zone that I'm interested in on a Friday. We had a couple scalps in the first 30 minutes on NQ per plan. Nothing to really write home about there. And then we did a couple trades in MES versus prior day high. So it's a decent day. How are you not dead with morning chops? I'm not sure what that means. Dave, I've had my best trading with you guys. Thanks. That golf has saved me even now. Heck yeah, man. Dave, that's huge. Keep it up. Keep it up. Got to keep it going. B Link, one trade green. All right, man. Have a great weekend. Market tends to be extreme volatile in the first hour with back and forth action. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the point. That's where a lot of the edge is. Ribeye hour. Ribeye. It's Sushi Friday, Dom. Sushi Friday, man. It's not Steak Friday. You're thinking of Steak Saturday. Today is Sushi Friday. Sushi Friday. All right, this volume's just dying here. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a week. A pretty good week. The theme this week was just staying patient, really looking for your spots, especially especially for myself, focusing on longs in a more bearish environment. Just got to be careful. You have to recognize it's not your environment. It's not to say there won't be bounces. There will be bounces, and they'll be huge, but you got to be involved in the right areas. So accuracy is very important, precision, and part of that is just staying patient and waiting for the right spots. Next week will be a short week as far as the stream is concerned. We'll be live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I'm off the desk Thursday through Monday. So thank you guys for tuning in this week. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Get your review done this weekend. Don't forget, trade review is how you improve. If you haven't been doing your trade review, at least to some degree, personally, I don't think that you actually care about the craft. And that may be an unpopular opinion. That may be a little inflammatory, but that's the truth. If you actually want to be a professional, if you actually want to make long term, consistent profits, you're going to review. You're going to review. Otherwise, just admit that you're just here for a dopamine rush, and more than likely you're just gambling, which is fine, but just admit it to yourself. That makes everyone's life easier. So, thank you guys. Leave you with that note, and I'll see you Monday morning. Take care, folks. Have a great weekend.